Hello, this is JJ here with another Bedrock Edition video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to build a simple witch farm that doesn't even require a perimeter. Yes, you heard me right. No perimeter required. So, with that, let's get right into the tutorial. Well, I'm going to show you a couple of things first. Well, I'm going to explain how the farm works first. So, the witch spawns. Why? Just every time. Come on, just get it right. Not over there. Why are you over there? There. He spawns. Gets pushed down here and into this bubble column and shot up. So where you're going to AFK is all the way up here, which means that you'll be unloading all the area below the witch hut, allowing for witches to spawn with maximum efficiency. Just get rid of them quick. Right, I forgot. It still doesn't work. So, and because we're going to be using a Trident killer to kill the witches, there, you're gonna get the extra drops from. Okay, so you're gonna want to clear out a small space. You're gonna want to clear out all blocks head height and foot height in this witch hut. And then take some glass panes. Let's see if I can find them. Oh, right there up here. And put them at head height. And that'll make these little boxes like this. And your witches will spawn and they'll end up inside the box. So what that means is that'll show you on which block your witches are spawning, because witches only spawn on one block in bed of witch hut in Bedrock Edition, which is really stupid and kills the efficiency of witch farms. And this isn't a hyper efficient farm, but it's a decent farm and doesn't take a 80-hour perimeter to build. So now that we got that, you're going to want to make it good and dark in here. And you're going to want to, I think you should pillar up. I just realized I don't have my coordinates on. Let's fix that quick. You're just going to want to fly up a little ways so that you kill everything that's down there, and then come back and then sit here for a little bit while wait for a couple of witches to spawn, which shouldn't take too long, but you want to get a couple so that make sure that it's the right block. And while you're waiting for this, you're gonna want to get something shiny that you'll notice as different. I think that's been long enough. Guess we'll see in a second. Apparently, this witch hut's. Oh, I suppose it's in a swamp, so that's where the slime came. Okay, so it appears that this is the chamber that my witch spawned in. Now you can clear out the rest of these glass panes. And you might as well leave the walls up, because then you don't have to bother with, well, I guess now you could take down the walls and the rest of your hut, whatever you want to do with this thing. But, okay. I believe, but I don't know, but I think the porch faces north in all huts. all the huts I've been to, the porches face north, but I don't actually know that, so you might want to check with a locator map. See if I can find one in here somewhere. There they are. So with a locator map, the top is always north. And then, so what you want to do is, so my witch is in this chamber, so I want to go to the southeast side of the witch, which is this one right here. And I want to replace that block with some other solid block that's different from the spruce planks that are around it. And now you want to kill any of the witches that you used to find your block. Any slimes that are wandering around. And now we can actually start building the farm. Stupid glass pane. Why do they have to have such a small hitbox? Anyway. So, what you're going to need to build the farm is some solid blocks. Maybe 4 redstone dust, some pressure plates. I recommend using stone, but you can use any pressure plate you want. 2 pistons. I really just forgot. Materials for a bubble column, whether that be a whole bunch of water buckets or some kelp. And then you're going to need a piece of soul sand for the bubble column. And then you need some glass. I keep forgetting glass is up here. It doesn't make sense to me. Anyway. And then I'm going to use a sponge, but you just need a method of getting rid of some water, so like some sand or a sponge. So, if this is your block, you're going to want to go to the northwest corner of it, that one right there, and punch a hole in the floor. And then you're going to want to build up by a block and put a glass block there, a glass block over your spawn block, and a glass block right here. So it should be your spawn block, kitty corner to your hole, like this, and now I just fell through it. And then, so like this way is north, so then you want to put the ones adjacent to your spawn block. You want to put glass over them, and you want to enclose the whole thing, including corners, just so that witches don't get away. And that is technically, well, you could end here because your witches will spawn and then they'll fall down the hole and then they'll be wherever the heck you want them. So the design I saw by Silent Whisper, it required a perimeter to work hyper efficiently, but it just dropped the witches down a hole and then you kill them at the bottom, which is really nice. But because in 1.16 they implemented actual despawning into Bedrock Edition, you can't AFK above it and let everything die at the bottom anymore. So you have to do something like this, or I guess you don't have to do something like this. Anyway, so this is your chute. Now this block here you're going to want to replace with a piston facing across. Yeah. And then in front of the piston, one block past your chute, you're going to want to break that block there. And you're going to want to build a little bit of a wraparound. And now I'm underwater. Down another block and across. Okay. And then you're going to want, no, not a block there, a block here. And then a block up like that. And so that'll be, see if I can get back into the witch hut. that will be how your witches get pushed along. So you're gonna want to put a piece of redstone dust right there behind the piston. And fill any holes you made back in. Come down here, put a piece of redstone dust right there. And put a pressure plate here. Right, they have a collision box now. And when you stand on the pressure plate, you should get launched off into the block in front of it. So now that you got that done, break the pressure plate and the other thing. No, actually, leave that. I'm a moron. And you want to get rid of a little bit of water. Oh, that's just mean. Fine. Let me get rid of the water. I swear it won't take me all that long. And I probably earned that, but I expected it to make a hole. Oh, I suppose sponges can only soak up so much. Okay, let's try this again. There, much better. And one more. Okay, now that we got a little bit of space, so your witches are getting pushed across, landing there, and then, let's see, so you're going to want to put a piece of wood there, and a block over here, put a piece of redstone dust there, piece of redstone there, a piston with a pressure plate. Now, you're going to want to build your chute back down again, making sure not to fill in the wrong blocks. So like this area here has to be left open so that witches can fall down into your chute and get pushed across. So then there's going to be a piece of soul sand there. And you're going to want to build your chute up to your AFK spot, which what you're going to do is you're going to stand on the soul sand, take the coordinates, so like I'm at Y61, and then you're going to add, I went with, what was it, 39 on the last one, because yeah, okay, you're going to want to add 41 to this, so like I'll go to 102 for my height, and you're going to want to build your tube up to that height. All the way around this piece of soul sand. Hello, JJ from the future here, to tell you that I already forgot something in the tutorial. So, when you put together your bubble column down at the bottom here, you've got the point where there's the two pistons and the witches in the bottom. The signs here so that there isn't water. So that the witches fall down onto the pressure plates better. So there should be 3 signs right there. One above the piston, one level with this wood block, one level with the pressure plate, and then one level with this piston up here. That allows you to, now I broke it. And that, just makes it so that the, witches don't get stuck floating in here, and they have to go down into the bubble column like this. So, the signs, I mean, As you saw, it functioned without the signs, but not the best. So remember the signs. That's all. Bye. And until you get to above your spawn chamber. And the reason we're going up the 41 blocks, or yeah, 41, 42 blocks, is because despawning is 44 blocks in Bedrock. So you want to get over 44 blocks away from any mobs you can without being too far away from your witch hut. So I went to height of 103. I think that's, what is it, 40, yeah, 42 blocks above it. So just give yourself a couple of blocks play, and you can make this out of glass, out of wood, out of really anything. I'm gonna punch out a hole there, put a roof on it. And let's see, I gotta put a block there. And you're gonna, yeah, okay. And you're gonna build out a block. So like, this is where your water is gonna be, gonna come up as your bubble column. At the top, it's gonna be one block taller than this. And then the water's gonna run out, and the witches are gonna get pushed into a Trident killer. So now you're gonna build the Trident killer. So, let's see, I don't remember how these work. Let's see, okay. So you're gonna need some droppers, observers, and yeah, I got pistons. So you're gonna put it. So right here, one block below the top of your thing. I just forgot what it's called. Bubble column. You're gonna put a dropper. No. Yes, I just screwed it up. Okay. In the block next to your bubble column, right there, you're gonna put a dropper. Now, because I screwed up, I gotta put that solid block. I'm a moron. I'm gonna put a solid block there. Block over, dropper, and then an observer facing into the dropper. That should detect when the dropper gets powered. Now, coming out of this dropper, you're going to want another observer, a solid block, dropper, and then repeat this, making sure to fill in the floor. See, yeah, that would put it straight. Observer, block, dropper. I'm a moron. I'm an idiot. Yes, I'm an idiot. Anyway. And then observer, block. Alright. Now, because I'm an idiot, you gotta build those walls up. We gotta fill this hole in here. And then above, that's an observer. The blocks, you want to put a piston. And then you want to fill in blocks that go in between the pistons. These three here. And then that'll be your Trident killer, I believe. Yes. Okay. Now, this has to get a block taller because I screwed up. There. Break that there, that there. Okay. So, yeah, that was just a screw up. Okay, now you gotta make these walls 2 blocks tall so that the witches don't escape. And you want to block over here, block there. Okay. Now you're gonna grab some signs. I just keep forgetting where everything is. I don't know why. It's actually really irritating. Okay, you're gonna put a sign there. So the top of your water stream, a block below the top of your water stream. Sign level with the top of your water stream. And a sign over here. That'll contain the water from flowing down into the Trident killer. Now you're going to want to grab the water and put one right there so that it flows out like that. Right, see, and that block that was underneath the water source was very important. Here, I'll show you again. So, if you have a bubble column and you open it up, the bubble column will only flow 1 block. As in, it'll only flow to here. It won't do the extra rest of it. It'll stop there. Which is a really weird bug. So you have to put a block underneath the water so that it'll flow itself. And you just gotta fill your bubble column. Fill your bubble column in so that you get a bubble column. See, in survival mode, you would probably be doing this with kelp, so you wouldn't miss every other block like I currently am. Why I want it going taller? There. There. Now it goes all the way to the top. And your witches will come all the way up. They'll get pushed out into your Trident killer. And your AFK platform is... Don't screw it up like I always do. There. Oh, shut that off. I want that off. Okay. Just go down here, level with the pistons. So that you are close enough, because it's a sphere and that would be further away than if you were right on top of it. And again, just build out over the top, make yourself a little box for your AFK platform. Gotta throw some tridents into your system. I normally throw 3, 4 in, just so that I'm sure I got enough. Get rid of them. Down here. And wait for some witches to spawn. Which, if I didn't screw something up, should be happening shortly. The reason you need the Trident killer if you're gonna AFK at this is because there's a mob density cap of 8, I believe. Yeah, 8. So you can only have 8 witches in a 9 chunk by 9 chunk area. That's, yeah. So, then, because of that, you have to kill the witches as they come in. So, well, I recorded a time lapse of me watching a couple of witches spawn, and then they'll come back to see that the video got corrupted. Now, oh, I'm a moron. That's the outside ring of observers. Okay, so, but next, the last thing you gotta do to make this fully functional is to build a collection system, which I think the best way to do a 2x2 area collection system is like this. So you got 3 rails in a V shape. You put a minecart hopper at either end, and you're gonna put a rail in the last spot, and then the 2 minecart hoppers will push each other, which means you only need 2 hopper minecarts for a full 4x4 area, and then you can get your looting 3 sword out. If you just give me a second, you can switch it on, and the witches will start to die. Apparently, if I'd have been smart, I'd have, yep. Baby, get back in there. Alright. Built these walls up so they're pretty high. And then you put an extra set of blocks over the top of here so that the witches don't escape. And she still got out. Or no, I'm stupid. Okay, she died. Anyway. And then what happens... Well, I need any other... Yeah. Is that stuff gets picked up by the minecart hoppers, and underneath of these hopper minecarts, you can put hoppers, which funnel into your chests, and so that'll be your whole collection system set up. So this is the whole witch farm. It is a tad bit more expensive, and a tad bit bigger, but it doesn't require the extra perimeter work, so that's a thing that you'll just have to consider yourself. So that's all I've got for you. Leave a like if you like the video. Subscribe if you want to see more. And I am truly short ideas for videos. That's where I've been late with uploading. So if you guys could leave some in the comment section, that would be absolutely marvelous. That's all. Goodbye.